So today I'm going to show you how I make Haitian bouillon, and we're going to be using the epis to flavor it and the marinade as well. So that is our highlight for the video. And then I have here some chunks of beef, and then I have beef foot, and I have some shrimp I'm going to add to it. Now the shrimp is not Haitian. Typically the Haitian traditional bouillon does not have shrimp in it, but I love shrimp. I think it's really good, and so we're gonna add some shrimp to it. Everything else, follow me step by step, but the shrimp is my added thing to it. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and start cleaning this. And I'm gonna start by cutting this up. It's still frozen a little bit, but it's softened enough that it's gonna work. And I'm gonna do two. Let's do this one. And three. I'm gonna do 3 of those, and then I'm gonna leave the rest of this for another time, because I'm not making that much. And then I'm gonna do some of this. So you can see, and this is really good meat. So, and this is me cooking for my family. So you'll notice I don't use a glove when I do cook for my family. I don't mind. I'm very much so hands-on cooking. I don't mind the bloodiness. I'm used to it, and it doesn't bother me, so I don't bother wearing a glove and stuff. But of course, if it bothers you, please wear a glove. But this is just for my family, and so yeah, it doesn't bother me. I'm gonna make these pieces a little bit smaller. And sorry, I'm not using a cutting board, I know. Again, this is very Haitian way of doing it. No cutting board. We don't really use a lot of cutting boards. And so, yeah, I'm just doing it like we used to. This meat wasn't too bad. It's not very like fatty or greasy or anything like that. So I'm just gonna go ahead and add some salt to it. This is me just sprinkling salt on it. This is a cleaning process. Adding salt to the meat helps tenderize it. And then I'm going to add lemon juice to it right here. I've got some lemon juice. And that's all, again, part of the cleaning process of making the bouillon. So there. That's good. Set that here. And then I'm also going to add vinegar to it. Some white vinegar as well. You'll notice when I clean chicken, I don't always do this, but when I do this kind of meat, I do that. I feel like they need more cleaning for their flavoring, so that's why I add all these ingredients in it. And then I'm just gonna kind of swoosh it around a little bit, because then I'm gonna go clean it. Okay, here I am going to add my herbs to my water. And then this time, instead of lemon peel, I'm going to add lime peel, because that's what I had this time. And this is, again, another step of the meat cleaning process. If you watch my videos, you've noticed that I've done this before and you know all about it. But we're going to let that boil, and then we're going to move to the next step. Okay, so I went ahead and cut these into some smaller pieces, and I took out excess fat. I'm going to take this lime and kind of go through the meat with it. I'm just going to wash wash it. I'm going to go ahead and put my soup. Okay, I think I need a bigger bowl for that. So I'm gonna pour it into a bigger bowl. While I make my dirty dishes. I don't think I'm gonna use, so it's still frozen. I'm gonna put some water on it and I'm gonna take the tail off to let it, to make it unfrozen. I'm gonna go ahead and just pour some water on it. Okay, with some water, it's gonna help it thaw out some more. And then I'm gonna take my meat and I'm going to rinse it out. First, I'm gonna take these out and throw it away. And then I'm going to go ahead and rinse this out. I'm just gonna go ahead and dump it in my sink. It's already clean. And then we're gonna go ahead and rinse out this bowl. Okay. Rinse out the bowl. Okay, so now my water is boiled and you can see it looks like this. I'm going to do this real quick. Oops. That is it right there. And I'm going to go ahead and scrape these out. So there. And then I'm gonna take it and pour it on top of it. There you go. And then I'm gonna let it kind of sit in there for about 5 minutes. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna switch it around. And you can see the meat's changing color. I have washed it. I'm gonna go ahead and dump it in there. Set it to the side. And then we're gonna use a regular eating spoon. Let me rinse it. Rinse it. And then we're gonna use this epis right here. There's the epis. You can see it looks beautiful. And this is what I'm gonna use to marinate it with. So 1, 2, 3, and a little bit more. And keep in mind when you're doing this, it's what's flavoring your whole soup. So that's why I really go on the heavier side when I put the marinade in the epis. And this is our marinade. You can see how it looks. Super delicious. I'm gonna do 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna use this wooden spoon to stir it with. But first of all, I'm going to add some lemon juice to it, some more lemon juice. And this is an 1/8 cup I'm gonna add 1/8 cup of it. One teaspoon and about 1/2 of salt. Okay, once I've added all these things, I'm gonna go ahead and give it a good stir. Get it nicely mixed. And then it smells so delicious, guys. It smells amazing, just amazing. And I want to show you, I want to give you like a closer up look of it. It just smells so good. Look at that. And I have my parsley and thyme and then a hot pepper. To add some water. So I have added everything and now I'm going to set it on the stove and turn it on. And we're going to let this cook. I don't even remember timing it to know how long it cooked because I had other things to do in between. But okay, let it cook till it's cooked. So now for my shrimp, I'm going to season it a little bit. I'm going to put a little bit of epis in it. And I'm going to do a little bit of marinade as well. And then I'm going to add a little bit of lemon juice, just like that, to it. Okay, now I'm going to chop my spinach, and this is a whole bag of baby spinach from Walmart, so I used the whole entire bag, and I went ahead and just chopped it so that it is fine and it's not, you know, it's like chunky. I want it to be more like, yeah, smaller chunks. So go ahead and chop the spinach and set it aside, and we will wash it before we put it in at the end. Okay, so now the next step to our bouillon or soup is to make domboy, which is made with flour and baking soda. So I'm gonna use a 1 cup measurement, and I'm gonna put just regular water. It doesn't need to be warm. And I'm gonna put 1 cup of water in it, because I'm not gonna do that much. So I'm just gonna go ahead and just do 1 cup of water. Then I'm going to add baking powder right here. And for that, I'm going to add just a little under a teaspoon. So not quite a full teaspoon, just a little under. And I'm gonna add it to my water. I'm going to add just a little under a teaspoon of salt as well. Okay, so bear with me with this part, and if one of you get lost and want to know how to make it step by step, I am more than willing to do another video, but I try to do my best. So I'm gonna go ahead now and add my flour to it. I'm not gonna add all the flour at the same time, but I'm gonna go ahead and add these first 2 cups, and then I'm gonna stir it. And as you see, I didn't level my cup of flour, so they may be a little under or a little over. I tried to go more the under than over. I can always add more, but I can never take away. So I'm gonna go ahead and just stir that, and then I kind of add as I go until I get a nice it's more of a dense dough, to be honest. The dough is gonna be more of a dense dough than it is going to be soft and sticky. So avoid the stickiness of the dough. So yeah, go ahead and stir it, and then we're gonna go ahead and add some more flour to it. And just knead it as I go. I'm going to continue to knead it and see what kind of just playing it out. So at this point, this is my third cup of flour. I'm not adding it all because I'm not sure that I'm going to use it all. So yeah, and again, yeah, that's the process of making dough boy. If it's not clear to you, I will be more than happy to do a video by itself of just showing you how to make that exact instead of incorporating it into a whole meal. I know it's a lot of different things and it makes the video longer, but I think it just shows you the process of doing it, all the steps that there's to it. So I thought I was recording, but I wasn't. The step of me kneading it, but this is me. I'm kind of towards the end. I've kneaded most of it, and it looks pretty good. I think it just needs a little bit more flour. It's a little sticky to my hands, so I'm gonna add just a little bit more and then continue to knead it. But yeah, what I did show you on the cup there is what I'm going to add to it. So not a whole line. As you see, I guess I took some out because I was like, oh, maybe that's a little too much. I took a little kind of a scoop of a hand out. So yeah, and then I went ahead and just again knead it, and then we're gonna once I have it all kneaded out nicely to my liking, I'm just gonna go ahead right away and roll it into the shapes that I want, into the dough boy shapes. Okay, so let's set that to the side, and then we're gonna just go ahead and take a peek at the meat at this point and see how it's going. And it looks good. It smells amazing, and I mean it when I say it smells amazing. It smells amazing. Um, and it is looking good. I'm going to go ahead and add some more water to it because it is not quite cooked yet. So I'm going to go ahead and add some more water to it and let it boil again to about, like, this is how much liquid I kind of want left when it's done cooking. So we're going to add a little bit more water and then let it keep cooking. So now we will move on to the next step, and this is where we will be rolling out our dough boy and shaping it into the shapes that we want. So when at the end of the soup, I noticed they were a little bit too long. So do them a little shorter than you see that I have it in the video. So because I ended up doing them a little bit too long, roll it out a little bit shorter. So just literally how you see it, rolling it with your hand, thin logs, not too thin, but not too thick either, unless you like it that way. Rolling it out. And it's going to be one of the last things. It's actually before the potatoes is when I add it in. So yeah, roll it out and set it out, and it will be ready to go once you are ready. Okay, so here's everything that we are going to go ahead and add to our bouillon or soup. So spinach, carrots, potatoes, dough boy, shrimp, and then we're gonna add corn and plantains. And for the plantains, you want to make sure you get the green ones and not the sweet, soft, mushy ones. Okay, and then from there we are going to go ahead and add everything to the pot and bring all these ingredients into one dish. So I'm going to show you how I do that. And also the other thing I was going to say, like growing up, we never added corn to our bouillon, but it's delicious anyways. I don't know why we don't, but that's my touch. Okay, so I've got my big pot out and I've got my burner on, and now I'm going to go ahead and add some oil. And again, you can use olive oil, cooking oil, coconut oil, whatever you wish. And then from there on, I'm going to go ahead and add again some more of my epis, except this time I'm not going to add as much because remember my shrimp and my meat are really seasoned, so I don't need to add as much, but I am going to add a little bit more and just to continue bringing out that flavor because I want to make sure that it is well flavored. And I had my heat on a little too high, as you can see the smoke on there, but we're gonna get it under control, trust me. We're gonna get it under control. So I'm gonna go ahead and fry that a little bit, and then I'm gonna go ahead and add my shrimp to it, just dump it in with the marinade and everything. And then we're gonna go ahead and just kind of pre-cook it a little bit, and then we're gonna from there go ahead and add our meat that was cooking already. At this point I had already checked it and it was cooked, and so now we're gonna go ahead and add it in to the shrimp. So yeah, and then also I'm gonna go ahead and add that hot pepper that I had in to boil with my beef. I'm gonna go ahead and add it in to continue flavor the whole soup. Obviously, if you don't like hot and spicy, or like if you don't like spicy things, leave this out. It's optional. We love spicy things, and I think bouillon is just not good without it being spicy. That's my opinion. But if you're not a spicy person, it's still gonna be delicious. But that's just the way we always had it. And then I'm gonna give that a stir. Stir it up real nice, and then I'm just gonna show you as I add everything else into it, how I do it step by step. Now for the liquid that I'm gonna go add, I did not measure, but obviously you want to balance out your liquid that you have in. Make sure you have enough liquid, if that makes sense. Okay, so at this point, we've added the ingredients that are going to take the longer to cook. They're not going to take longer to cook. That's not the reason we add them, but the ingredients we're going to add first. And then we're going to let it cook here until it comes to a boil before we add the next ingredients to it. So I'm going to put the lid on and let it bring it to a boil. See, now that it's come to a boil nicely, just how we want it, go ahead and give it a stir, and then we're going to go ahead and add the next ingredients to it. And one after the other, as you add the ingredients, the flavors are coming together, and you can kind of notice like how much liquid that I have there, and that's kind of what you're wanting. Okay, so now at this point, we're gonna add our dumboy to it, our flour sticks, if you want to call it. Look more like breadsticks or pretzels that aren't in pretzel shape. Um, so we're gonna go ahead and add those to it. And then when we add it, we're not gonna stir it right away. We're gonna add them, put the lid on, let it cook for a little bit, and then stir it. Since they are flour, if we stirred it right away, it would tear it apart. So we're not gonna stir it. I mean, if you need to, you could stir it a little bit, depending how it looks towards once you have everything in. But yeah, it's not necessary to. You want to avoid smashing them as much as possible. Okay, so now we've added in our potatoes to it, and like this is the last ingredients that we will add in is the potatoes. They take the less time to cook. So yeah, giving it all a stir again, and then we're gonna let it boil again. And at this time, as you know, like most of these ingredients are cooked by now. Just of the timing of the placing of them. So it's you don't need to cook it for too much longer, because obviously you don't want to get rid of your liquid. You don't want it to boil out. So we're gonna let it cooked. I want to say about 15 to 20 minutes more, but that's a give or take. So put the lid back on, let it cook, and then we're gonna go ahead and go to the fun part of serving it. Um, and then what I was gonna say is, yeah, that is the gist of making it. Like I said, I added and took out some, or I added, not took out, I added some extra things that traditionally people wouldn't add to it, but this is the gist of it. And obviously, taste it, add your salt as needed. We did add a lot of salt, so you might not need to add as much salt. Um, and sometimes I would add like a little bit of butter to it, but my meat already had enough oil, and I didn't think it was necessary because I don't enjoy a greasy food, so I did not add that. But that is something you can add just for flavor wise. Like we need more fat. But anyways, that is the video of the Haitian bouillon. I hope that you guys absolutely enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed making it. Please ask any questions, things that didn't quite make sense, or you want further instructions on how to do it. This is really, really delicious. And obviously you can take things out um that you don't like. Like some people maybe don't like the flour. Don't boy, take it out. Carrots, take it out. Spiciness, take it out. Like it's up to you. You can kind of play with this as much as you want. So yeah, and right there I'm checking just to make sure that everything's cooked before I go ahead and serve it. Thank you guys again so much for watching. And don't forget to continue to subscribe, share, and like our videos. And again, if any of you want to purchase our epis or marinade, feel free to let us know in the comments, and we will be sure to get in touch with you on how you can get some of those. So again, thank you for watching. See you next time in another video.